Hey, welcome to this video. Here's a new plugin. It's Certificate Photo Verifier for LearnDash. So it enforces a photo in your user profile, and if you don't have one uploaded by explicit action, it'll fall back to the Gravatar photo. But you can't actually view a certificate unless you have a photo. And the photo is going to appear on their certificate. And it also appears when you verify the certificate via the QR code or typing in the URL manually. So why don't we just see it in action? So here's the actual plugin. And if I go to settings and click on this, Cert Photo Verifier, the standard operational default is that the photo is required. Now you can bypass that if you want and not use a photo and just use this as a certificate tracker if you want, but I recommend that you use a photo, and that's why I've written this thing. And down here you can view the user photo changes. So right now I just have two photos that have been entered by users because it's a test site. It's got two, and you can actually see how many changes they've made. And if they have like 10 or 20 changes in a short period, that may indicate foul play. If you want, you can view it, and you can see all the changes chronologically. First they uploaded a photo, and then they replaced that photo with this one, and then they replaced this one with the same photo, so we can see the history. Okay, so let's get back into action. Way you set this up is you go to a page, any page you want. That's pages here. I'll click on the pages, all pages. And I made a page, and it's called the photo page. So if I edit the page, I got our shortcode on, not a shortcode, it's a Gutenberg block on there. Just for fun, I'll highlight this and delete the block. Delete, save. And then I can go ahead and reinsert it. So I click here and I can search, but here it is right here, the certificate photo upload. So I add that, nothing to do with it, no configuration, it's pretty simple, and then you just save it. Okay, so that's that's kind of like the interceptor. In other words, if someone doesn't have a photo and tries to view a certificate, it's going to be intercepted with this content that's rendered by this block. Or if somebody goes to this page directly, it'll be and edits their photo there. That'll do that as well, and we can see where from where they did it. So now we have that in place. So let's look at the actual certificate. Or what is this? Okay, well, let's look at the certificate. So if I go back here and go to LearnDash and then certificates, and then I edit my certificate that's assigned to this course. Certificates can be assigned to courses or quizzes or groups, and this should work for all three of the variations. Now we got a short code here, which is the actual certificate ID, and we basically parse and create this from course meta and user meta. We don't write anywhere in this tracker, and then and you notice that you can have a prefix set here. So this prefix is CERT. We have an X and a Y and a sizing parameter, so we can actually move this around by changing these. And then there's a standard course info from LearnDash. There's a standard user meta for first name and also a last name directly from LearnDash. And then we have another one, which is the actual certificate shortcode. And now this has the show URL. That's for putting a little URL underneath the QR code in case you don't have a camera to scan it handy. If you set this to 0, it's going to turn off. Or if it's not equal to 1, it's going to turn off. And then we have the same kind of things, the photo, X, photo, Y. And again, these are in millimeters here, photo size. Then we have the QR code, X, QR code, Y, and QR size. And we can change these and actually see how it changes the layout on the certificate. So by setting these, we can control the layout of the shortcodes on this certificate. Okay, and then so let's try it. Let's go into users. And right here I have the admin. I'll edit the admin, and I see that this is their current certificate photo. Now this is what they currently have, but maybe it wasn't the one that they had when they took the course and completed it. It's always going to use the one that was there when they completed the certificate, course, or quiz, or group. Even if you change this, it uses the old one, or the existing one at that time, the snapshot. So here we have an H5P test. I've completed it, so let me go ahead and look at the certificate. Okay, it's got the certificate ID, and that consists of a prefix. I might have said suffix earlier in the shortcode, but it's a prefix, a dash, and then the time code, and then the dash, and then there's the post ID. So this is 21 for this particular course. I think that's what it is. And then 1 is the user ID. So, and then we have the name of the course, the name of the first name and last name of the user, my photo, and this is the photo that was there when I took this particular course and was granted my certificate, and also a scan. Now if I look at this, it brings up the verifier. So when you scan this with a QR code reader, is going to bring up this site. Anybody can see it. You see the certificate. You see it was verified, and other details like the name of the course and the day they took it, and like what website issued this particular certificate. And so that's how it works. So let's see how it works when you don't have a photo and you have it set so it requires a photo. So if I go in here and look at users again, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that if I go into the admin, and admin only, they can manipulate the oh, sorry, no, that's over here. There's settings, and then settings. If you go here, we can actually view all the users and how many times. I think I went over that, so forget that. So let's go ahead and take it as a user who doesn't have, they're fresh to the site, they have no photo, they haven't really done much, and so let's look at them. So we'll go back to users. All users. And I think that's over here. And we'll look at C. We're going to switch to user C. We're going to masquerade as them. And then we'll start their, since they haven't started it, they don't have any completion, so we'll start it. So it's very simple. I click this, and I'll go ahead and answer this. This is using my H5P plugin for LearnDash. I marked this complete, and now I continue, and now I should be able to download my certificate. Oh, but look, here the interceptor comes in and says, hey, you don't have one. So you can't see this stuff until you have, until you actually make one. So I'll change the photo. I'll choose, how about this one? And now I should be able then to continue to the certificate. And there I see my photo on the certificate. And if I were to go back and change my photo and then look at the certificate again, it would retain the old photo. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So if you want this plugin, I suggest you send me an email, and my email is pfkellogg@gmail.com, and you can try it for free, and let me know what you think. Okay, bye.